finally back after a few months. I've been crazy busy, as you are aware. I work full-time, I study part-time, I like to do a lot of things outside work, so I really find difficult finding some time, but I'm finally here. For the coming few days I'm gonna be on holiday, so I really hope to spend some time creating some really good content. I have so many ideas that I want to share with you of things that I've been doing in the past, things that I'm doing, and just I really want to create that valuable content for you guys. So on today's little video, I'm gonna be talking about driving in the UK. Yeah, so next to me I have my test pass certificate. I passed my driving test just 5 days ago on the 20th of August. It was, oh my god, the hardest, most difficult experience ever, but not necessarily because of the driving itself, but because my driving test got caught up in the situation of the COVID-19. So basically all my tests got cancelled. I had to wait for months to get a test. So I'm just gonna walk you through how my experience has been on getting a license here in the UK, and I wanna give you some tips, okay? So let's do it. So as any other country, the UK driver's license is compounded by two parts, yeah? So the theoretical part and the practical. The theory is quite like similar, standardized as the rest of the world. You just pretty much needs to study and present a test. In my case, I have all my documents here. I did it in November 2019 on the 22nd. You have a total of 50 questions, and the minimum score that you need to achieve is 46 correct answers. Okay, that part is pretty simple, but I really suggest you to start working as soon as possible. There is an app that is really useful from the driving test, the driver vehicle agency. So it's the official app. I think I pay maybe £5 to £7 to get all the content from the app, and just in a few weeks I was ready. I passed first time, so it shouldn't take you a lot of time, but definitely put some effort, yeah? don't just show up because you're gonna fail. Apart from the multiple choice questions about the theory, this is something really different in the UK. You have a hazard perception test, where basically you see videos of possible hazards and you need to anticipate and kind of you need to click when you see a hazard. This is created in order to see if you can really be a safe driver on the road. Yeah, and if you see, for example, a kid running by, you can actually see that in advance and prevent the crash or the accident. So that is the theory part. Immediately after I finished my theory, I started taking some practical lessons, yeah? I found an instructor that at the beginning he had the best reviews on Google. The car was a Mercedes, so I thought it was really good, and I was happy for the first few weeks. But my instructor, yeah, when I first started, he was just making me watch videos on an iPad, and all the time just like going really easy on me. Like he would pick me up, yeah, drive me to a safe place, he driving me, and then say, oh yeah, now you drive. Okay, so I think the most important part when it comes to actually driving and your practical part of getting the driving test is to get a great instructor. Yeah, I spoke before with one of my colleagues in my workplace. The guy was from America, and when you come from America, you also need to pass the driving test. You have to sit down and do the driving test, regardless of you having a driver's license or not in your home country. And he also told me that one of the things he regret the most is to not have kind of made enough research and to find the right fit for him. Getting a driver's license in the UK is probably one of the hardest, and so you really need someone that is gonna build you up and is gonna make you ready for that day. Yeah, so just really look for a great instructor, okay? And then if you're not happy, yes, for the first few lessons, don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to change instructor. This is a mistake that I did, okay? I wasn't happy with my first instructor, and I kind of just stick with him for way too long. So that is the one thing I reject the most. He was stopping all the time to get fuel for the car. He was stopping for the toilets, yes, during the time that I was paying. And by the way, it's not cheap, okay? So every lesson cost me around 25 to 28 pounds an hour, okay? So during that time, you really want to utilize every single minute that you're paying for. You don't want to stop in the toilet. You don't want to stop to get fuel. So really be mindful about these little things, and if you're not happy, you know what, just change, find another instructor. Apart from finding a great instructor, something that you need to work on is obviously get used to driving from the left side of the road on the right side of the car. I got my license previously in the US, so I was familiar to driving the opposite way. So at the beginning, it was such a hard time for me to drive from the left side of the road. I remember on the turns, I would try to really turn to the right and like get in the wrong direction, and my instructor would have to stop me and like, hey, what you doing? You're in the UK. So it's gonna take some time, guys. Don't get frustrated if it happens to you. Also, positioning of the car while driving is something that I struggle with. Like, I used to get very close to the curve or like really far, but over time, just keep looking forward. Yeah, just don't get frustrated, don't get obsessed with looking at your side mirrors and stuff like that. Just like look ahead, you're gonna get it. Yeah, after some practice, it just comes with the time. After having my first instructor, I decided that I was ready to take the test. Yeah, this was in January of this year. I have a short clip that I will show you right after of the day that I presented my very first test. I remember that my first instructor told me, you have 70% chance of passing today. And I was like, okay, that's not good enough. You know what I mean? Like, if your instructor is preparing you just 70% ready, that's not good enough, you know? And I don't know, I was just like feeling a bit insecure. My instructor was always telling me to go slow, to be careful all the single time. So what happened on the driving test, yeah, was that I was too careful. I wasn't really a driver, I was a learner on my test, and that's not something that the DVLA is looking for on a driver. The DVLA is looking for safe drivers, people that can drive up to the standards. They don't want you to drive too fast or too slow, they just want you to, you know, to follow the rules. So I had in total 10 minor mistakes, 4 or 5 of them related with the speed on the road. I was going too slow. And my major mistake was also related with the speed. So I was going on a double carriageway, yeah, and I think the speed was 30 miles per hour, and I was going around 20, 22, so very slow, because I didn't see exactly the speed, and I thought, okay, my instructor always used to tell me to go slow, so I guess slow is the safe move. Yeah, so I was going slow, and I didn't check properly my mirrors, yeah, my back mirror, and I had like a queue of cars following me. So what happened next is 2 assholes overtake me. They were going 30 miles an hour, maybe 35, and yeah, that situation was really dangerous, because obviously those drivers that are trying to pass me are putting themselves in danger, also the oncoming traffic and myself. So I didn't pass. Yeah, I did a perfect parallel parking, everything else was spot on except the speed. Why? Because my instructor was always reinforcing to go slow and be safe, and as I said, he's just repeat and repeat. They just want safe drivers. Yeah, so I didn't pass. I was quite frustrated and sad, but anyways, that was the experience of my first test. Good morning, guys. It's the day of my driving test. To be honest, I'm a bit nervous. My heart is pumping very fast, but I'm gonna do my best to pass the test. I've been working really hard during the past few days, and so let's see how it goes. Okay, and right after my first test, I felt that really I didn't have like a major mistake of not knowing how to park or reverse or anything like that. So I decided that I was ready for a second try, and I booked for February. Yes, mid-February or something like that. However, my instructor, he failed me. Like, he didn't show up. The day before my test, yeah, he decided that, yeah, he wasn't available. He told me that he would try, that he was busy. But on the last day, right before the test, he said, oh yeah, tomorrow I have a surgery. I'm like, couldn't you just tell me that? Like from the beginning, so I postponed it. So you have up to 5 working days to change the test day. Yeah, and because I wanted to change it the very last day, I basically lost the money. Yeah, and I wasn't able to attend the test. So I was obviously really frustrated. I lost my money, I lost my time, my effort, my everything. So pretty much that was the last chance I gave to that instructor, and I move on to a different one. However, in the meantime, COVID-19 was developing. Yeah! And that's when I got stuck. Yeah, so I had to wait since February until August. Oh my god, for a driving test. Yeah, my second instructor though, he's amazing. I'm so happy. I recommend it if you are in Wales. Like, I'm gonna give you his details so you can contact him, and yeah, he's the best. And this is my German boy. Big boy, as I like. Let's open it. So obviously this is the co-pilot seats, but yeah, as you can see, it's a big damn ass car. It's very big, and surprise, I just received this. Is, I believe, from the DVLA. Should we open it? Okay, let me stick you somewhere. Okay, I think you see me. I think you see me. Let's see what is in here. I think it might be my driver's license. Look at this! It was meant to be. I just received it. Amazing. Hey guys, so I know it's super random, but I just find out a restaurant that sells Japanese food. And yeah, let's try it. I mean, it looks a bit like random. It's right there, but it has really good reviews on Google, so I'm all about the adventure, right? So let's do it. This lady came out to help me find a parking spot, so I was parked outside and she guided me on how to get around, and I just want to show you this little place. It's so cute. So yeah, it has really good reviews on Google, so I'm gonna give it a try. Hey guys, so I'm finally back in my place. I'm about to have lunch from that Japanese restaurant I showed you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, give a thumbs up. I guess that's what people say, right? And a subscription, but do whatever you please. See you soon. I'm hopefully gonna be doing more videos. And yeah, stay strong. Bye.